Introducing the Far Eastern Curlew. Weighing up to 1.2 kilos with a wingspan of 110 centimeters, this brown and white migratory shorebird is the largest in the world, making it a unique and special species. They can easily be recognized by their long legs and very long down-curved bill, which is long enough to touch their tail feathers if they turn their head. They use their specialized bills to easily forage on crustaceans and mollusks in wetlands or mudflats along the shoreline. Eastern curlews are endemic to the East Asian Australasian flyway, meaning they can only be found there. Here, they breed in China and Russia and migrate to coastal areas in Australia, Southeast Asia, and Papua New Guinea during non-breeding periods. Globally, they are considered endangered by the IUCN, but with numbers in decline, they are considered critically endangered in Victoria due to threats we will talk about next.
So, what are the factors that they're in such a widespread species? With all of the land across East Asia and Australasia up for prospects, you would think habitat to roost and breed would not be an issue. However, habitat loss is the majorly predominant threat to this species, with the rate of urbanization, industry, and agriculture growth being big enough and fast enough to reduce the curlew's habitat drastically, with their population dropping by 80% in the last 30 years due to habitat loss, according to the Australian Conservation Foundation. The reduction of wetland habitats such as coastal lakes, inlets, bays, estuarine habitats, and intertidal mudflats have left the species with less areas to roost all around Australia, the equivalent of losing your home and place to sleep. The curlew is also a timid bird, meaning even if habitat isn't being removed, construction or human interactions around the habitat can cause huge detriment to them.
So I'm now at the Phillip Island Red Rock Reserve, which is supposed to look like this. But unfortunately, I think it's because it's too windy and the wave is way too big, as you can see. So we cannot find, well, I cannot find any Eastern Curlew that is now living here. But if they are here, well, yes, it is their breeding season, so technically they will already migrate to China or even Russia. But the young birds will not migrate at all, so we actually can find the young birds along the shoreline of Victoria. But it also kind of listed as, well, yeah, Victoria. They will eating along the shoreline with their long beak, so they can eat the shellfish, shrimps, or crab that is under the sand. Yeah, and during before they migrate, they will actually eat up to 80% of their body weight, so they could fly non-stop to where they will go. As the Eastern Curlew is living in the shore area, which mostly being zoned as a recreational land use area. Well, what we can do, or what government is doing, is actually having different plannings for the habitat instead of the bird itself. And they're having environmental recovery fund and also national landscape, program to kind of ensure that their habitat is not degrading. But for what we can do is actually very simple, such as when we go to the beach, don't kind of interrupt their habitat, look after your bird, your dogs and your kids, not to kind of play with them, and also take care of the water quality, such as no pollution, no littering along the shoreline.